from beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Well, Lawrence going to move him around a bit. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. It looks like they'll move things around here. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, 59 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board here first in the season opener.
That's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunter. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
In motion right here, Hunter. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. On play action, Lawrence. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 77 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A good good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 29 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Here's 2nd and 3. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now Lawrence now going to move him around. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll run with Etienne. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Rasul Douglas picks him, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. Jalen Waddle, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 35 yards. And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's now 3 straight plays of over 15 yards and 3 straight first downs. Now Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Lawrence going to throw again. Thomas has got it. Complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Draw play, Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 28-10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And they're going to be backed up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to pass. Tua. That is caught. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Open man downfield is Hill. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Here's Tua. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. Flushed out right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Again, it's Achane. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 111 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Achane gets it from the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On play action, here's Tua. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. In motion left goes Myers.
Watch 54. I'm coming after you. Let's go. We're good.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now Lawrence. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Lawrence. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
In motion left goes Myers. Etienne up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. There we go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
I was going to go ahead and call it, partner. You could smell the desperation in that fake, couldn't you? Down big. They had to try something. No one was fooled.
I think you're exactly right. With this deficit, though, go ahead and give it a shot. Didn't work out. In the end, I guess it doesn't hurt him too much. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
Now HN on 1st and 10. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Shot 17.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa rolling to his left. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
We got 3.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And that is incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, ETN. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. On 1st down, Lawrence. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brenton Strange, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jags get a small measure of... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give them credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter and now can really take some time off the clock. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. It's a big play there for Miami. 49 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They'll run Achane. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy. And my goodness, another interception. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Where they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. They're going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Achane on the counter.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
A final shot now for Lawrence. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Miami, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.